Yes, yes. And welcome to the sounds of Sunday. And I am your host, Scott Free, bringing you all those more mellow tunes of yesterday and today. So sit back while we bring you a full hour of jazz, R&B, and international sounds from around the world. I am your host, Scott Free. And this is the sounds of Sunday. Stay tuned. Yes, you just heard a nice little cut by Maxim Kornichev entitled The Mountain Breeze of Nostalgia. One before that was Chris Zabrinski with I Am Running Down the Long Hallway to Viewpoint Elementary off the YouTube library music list. And kicking off this smooth jazz music mix was Jellyfish in Space by Kevin MacLeod, also off the YouTube playlist album. Right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon with me on this Valentines, February 14th holiday season. Just want to give a shout out to everybody out there enjoying the weekend. And actually, I'm going to actually be playing some clips from the last weekend. I was down at the American Post 14 broadcasting, as well as a nice little treat for some of you. I also, some friends of mine, we went over to see Charlie Wilson, Uncle Charlie, at the casino over there in Highland. It was a nice concert. Some of the video footage is going to be a little bit dark, but I'm going to try to do my best to clean it up a little bit on editing and programming. But right here, I am your host, Scott Free. Stay tuned for my next music track. Coming up is my R&B music mix right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Stay tuned. Jazz, coming back at you. That was a nice little cut by Silent Partner entitled Smoke. Right before that, you heard one by Nameless Dancers entitled Hot Funky Body off the FMA sound website tracks. And kicking off this one, this R&B music mix, was Topher Moore and Alex Alina entitled Monks. You can find all these tracks off the YouTube playlist album. I am your host, Scott Free. Thank you for tuning in. I'm actually out here broadcasting a little live today. I'm over here getting some coffee at the Starbucks over here. So thank you for tuning in with me this afternoon. And I will be playing some clips from this weekend down at the American Post. For Super Bowl 50, we were down there watching the game. I'm going to give you a little bit of my critique of the game when I get back to the studio. I'm pretty sure you'd probably be interested to know how I viewed that game. But anyway, I am your host, Scott Free. And also, starting on the 21st, which is next weekend, I'm going to actually be opening up my phone lines where people can call in. I'll give you more information on that when I return back to the studio. I am your host, Scott Free. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Coming up is my international music mix right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Kicking off this one is entitled JEITOS by Minha, ALine, Frazao, Csar, Herranz. I'm pretty sure you'll like this one, so stay tuned. I'll be right back after I get my coffee right here on the Sounds of Sunday. I am your host, Scott Free. I gotta have my coffee. This is a Starbucks that I usually go to right before I do my show, so I just want you all to check it out. I'm getting some air before I get it back into the studio. So this is Starbucks. I'm gonna pick up my cafe mocha with whipped cream.
Good morning. What can I get done for you today?
Can I get a cafe mocha venti, please?
A venti cafe mocha?
Yeah. With whipped cream?
Hot today?
Yes, that's hot.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That would be it.
All right. We'll see you up here for 4:75.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Pulling up here, get ready to get my coffee. So I am a Java junkie. Gotta have my cafe mocha though. So one of my good waitresses actually getting my coffee. All right, thank you. And I'll be right back in the studio in a little bit, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. I am your host, Scott Free.
Jeitos, jeitos Isto parece labirinto do princípio ao fim. Jeitos, jeitos labirinto que parece não é tanto assim. Vai e olha-me a mim. Sou multidão que quer ouvir, quer ver a lua antes de ir dormir. Vai, escuta-te a ti, minha voz são teus ouvidos. Chega-te jeitos, jeitos-me. Isto parece um labirinto do princípio ao fim. Jeitos, jeitos-me. Um labirinto que parece não é tanto assim, vem e olha-me a mim. Sou multidão que eu quero ouvir, quero ver a lua antes de ir dormir. Vai, escuta-te a ti, minha voz são teus ouvidos. Chega-te, senta-te aqui, jeitos pra viver. Desta terra sem moradas, que a mesma história fez. Juntos que perder. Acredita então, repare, diz-me no que vês bem. E olha-me a mim, sou multidão que quero ouvir, quero ver a lua antes de ir dormir. Vai, escuta-te a ti, minha voz são teus ouvidos. Chega-te, senta-te aqui.
And yet it's coming back at you. That was State of Guanabara by Boss Boss, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. And on this international music mix, you had one kicking off called JEITOS by Minha, Embala, ALine, Frazao, Csar, Hazan. And right after that, you heard one by Arsonist entitled Hot Salsa Trip, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. I'm back here at the studio right now, so getting ready for my next set, which is my smooth jazz set, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Glad you could tune in on this February 14th Valentine weekend show. Stay tuned. Coming up, kicking off this smooth jazz mix is one by Ryan Little entitled Two Step. Right after that, you're going to hear another one back to back with Ryan Little called The Winds, right here on the Sound of Sunday. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Ryan Little.
And yes, coming back at the studio, that was Satin Sugar by HUMA-HUMA. And before that, you heard a nice little cut from Ryan Little entitled The Wind, or The Winds. And kicking off this smooth jazz music mix was Two Step, Back to Back by Ryan Little. Ryan's one of my artists that actually has a lot of different cuts. I like to play his music and feature him on my show. I am your host, Scott Free, back at the studio. Had my coffee, so I'm actually going to be talking a little bit about the game last weekend, which I'll show you a clip that I broadcasted from down there, American Legion Post 14. The game, how can I put this? The game was kind of strange to me. It seemed like Cam Newton, no pun intended for my brother, he did the best he could, but it seemed like he really could not get out of his own way. And the game was kind of, I don't know. I'm looking at it as a Super Bowl game, but actually I personally thought it was basically a game to celebrate Peyton Manning's end of career game, winning the Super Bowl. Because for some reason Cam all season was very explosive, but when it came to this game last weekend on the 7th, he just really couldn't get out of his own way. I just didn't understand it. But anyway, hats off to the Broncos fans out there and Peyton Manning and franchise, and also Carolina Panthers. Did a good job. It was kind of a crazy game. But anyway, I'm your host, Scott Free. Coming up, like I said, I will actually be open up phone lines on the 21st, which is next Sunday. So if you want to call in, here's the number. Make sure you write it down and call in. You can talk to me, give me your comments about the music or just anything about sports or anything like that. So here's the number right here. The number is 213-943-3712. Don't forget, write this number down. Let me repeat that. 213-943-3712. You can call in at the bottom of the hour. I'm going to actually start taking calls about maybe 2:30 till 3 at the end of the show, maybe longer, depending on the conversation that I had with my guest caller. So that's going to start next weekend, and every weekend I'm going to actually be taking some calls. Say if you like some tracks that I put on and want to hear on one of the shows feature, I'll shout you out and play the track for you. So I am your host, Scott Free. I just want to give a shout out to my family back home, back in Pittsburgh. I am from Pittsburgh. We call it the Bird. I just want to give a shout out to my family. My dad is not doing too good. He's at home on his sick bed right now. So I want to give a prayer and shout out to my father, Ronald Scott, and my brothers and my aunt Dot, which is doing a fantastic job with my dad, making him as comfortable as possible. So I want to give a shout out to my family back home. I love you all. Coming up is my last track of the evening, which is my R&B music mix. Kicking off is when you're going to hear one by John Daly entitled Saturday Groove, followed by HUMA-HUMA, a nice little track called Smooth Ride. And ending the show today, you're going to hear one by Topher Moore and Alex Selena entitled Sweet as Honey, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon on this February 14th, Valentine's season weekend. Hope everybody actually have a good time out here this weekend. Like I said, at the end of the show, don't go anywhere. I'm going to actually show you a couple clips, video clips from Friday when I was actually broadcasting down at the American Legion Post 14, and also Sunday I was actually watching a game down there for the Super Bowl. Strange game, but anyway, again, hats off to the Denver Bronco fans and the franchise. Happy Super Bowl, Super Bowl champions. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but it was just a strange game. But anyway, Cam Newton, you're still my boy. We'll see you next year. See how you do. Still the MVP. So Peyton Manning actually got MVP for the game, for the Super Bowl. So so stick around. I'm going to bring you some clips. Also, like I said, I'm going to bring you a little special treat. Me and some friends of mine, we went over to the casino over in Highland and watched Uncle Charlie, which is Charlie Wilson, formerly of the Gap Band. I'm going to show you some clips over there that I actually filmed while I was over there. I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. If it's a little dark, I'm going to try to clean up a little bit. But anyway, it was a fantastic night over there on on Thursday night. So stay tuned. Don't forget, next weekend, come back and give me your calls. I'd like to hear from my guests. If you want to talk about a topic or a track that you want me to feature on one of my shows, so hit me up. Like I said, number is 213-943-3712. And that is going to be your call-in number. So don't forget, yes, call in and just chop up with me for a little bit right here on the Sounds of Sunday. I am your host, Scott Free, right here in the studio, coming from getting my coffee. I'll see you next weekend for another exciting show right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Later. Oh, before I go, I'm going to actually give a shout out to my girl, Dangerous Dee, and her daughters, which are actually performing some singing tracks down at various places. I'm going to actually do a promo and let you know next weekend on the 21st where she's going to be performing. Her and her daughters, they have some good music that they put out. Duty actually comes down to the American Legion Post 14. And does, comes down and check us out on the weekends and stuff like that. Her and her husband, shout out to them. How you doing, Dee Dee and her husband? So don't forget, come on down to the American Post 14, which is at 863 Northeast Street in San Bernardino. If you wanted more information about reserving a table or having a birthday party, give us a call at 909-885-4090. And we'll set you up, hook you up with some tables. We have a good time down there. My boy Craig kicks it off every Friday night. We're playing the old school and new school music that you love to dance to. We get packed down there. So, and I'm going to show you one clip at the end of the show where actually I was down there on Friday and we was kicking it back, and the place was crowded, playing some jams. The ladies like to get on the floor and do their step and dance and stuff like that. So we have a good time down there on Friday. Lonnie's down there on Saturday night. So don't forget, join us down at the American Post 14. I am a member. Usually sometime I'm on duty. So come on by and shout me out if you notice me from the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. I'll see you next week. I am your host, Scott Free. Later. to do is introduce you to my video clips from the weekend, and also a fantastic concert by Charlie Wilson, formerly known as Uncle Charlie, we call him, formerly of the Gap Band back in the 70s. Stay tuned. You're gonna like the show. Hit me up next weekend if you have any comments about the concert. And I'm probably going to do a little bio on Charlie Wilson, because actually I found out yesterday, I found out at the concert from a friend of mine that he actually had a very, a very rough ride after the Gap Band. He actually fell into some hard times and kind of lost support from some people, but his wife now actually supported him and brought him right back up where he is, Uncle Charlie, today. So I'm probably gonna, like I said, I'm gonna probably do a little story, a little bio on the next weekend. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next weekend, right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Later.
We gonna do it again. We got a brand new day. We got a brand new sound. We got a brand new feel. I was just joking. We got a brand new sound. Give yourself a hand. Y'all look real good right here.
Down at the Pros 14, enjoying the weekend, checking it out, right here on the Sound of Sunday, right here on a Friday night. Check it out.
If it's Sharon, happy anniversary. I got something coming up for y'all.
Oh, nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. It's not in the morning, just rolling. Yeah. The devil is a lie. Another house can't compete with mine. You do it so good, you fuck my mind. You pull it out when you're open wide. You make me want to tap out every time.
sing a song. Just because you're not falling, so I don't wanna hurt you. Just because you're not falling, so I don't wanna hurt you. Tell me about to cry. When I'm with you, baby, I lose track of time. When I'm with you, I never wanna say goodbye. I love you in my arms, I love to hold you close. There's always one thing I love most. You said, I love you. You said. You're so sweet, I can't resist. Ooh, honey bunny, you don't know just what you do. Shimmy, shimmy, go, go, pop your kisses, baby. Turn it toward me so I can see it. Now throw it in the air, wave it like you just don't care. And if you came to party with Uncle Charlie, somebody say, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now freeze. Hit me on Facebook. Tell me how you like my show.
That just about does it for me today. I'm your host, Scott Free, and this is The Sounds of Sunday. I'm glad you came to join me today on this show for an hour where we actually exposed and promoted artists that you have never heard before. Some of you may have, but I'm glad you joined anyway. So listen, tune in next week, same time, 2 p.m. to 3. Where we will feature more from the archives of music and jazz, R&B, and international sounds from around the world. Again, this is Scott Free, and we'll see you next week, right here on The Sounds of Sunday. Later.
Thank